Alright, hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Phasmophobia. We got Eventide. We got a new update for Phasmophobia, about time. And welcome back, we've got an update for you. Due to the size of the update, which is only 2 gigabytes in case you're wondering, we have given it a version number of 0.10, even though the roadmap originally planned different content for that version number. And the following updates planned in the roadmap will instead have increased version numbers, so that means the photo rework is probably going to be 0.11, and then the player customization is going to be 0.12 or something. And so let's go to Point Hope. Point Hope was recently refurbished by a young family seeking something unique to call home. You'll be welcomed by a modern extension complete with a hallway, closets, and a downstairs bathroom, before entering the lighthouse's main living room. Decorated with nautical knickknacks, you'll be faced with spiral staircases and round rooms, a first for ghost hunters. I cannot wait to play this map. We will be playing this map quite a bit today, and we'll try playing it on a bunch of different difficulties, ranging from amateur all the way to Apocalypse 3. Just to see how well it plays. And this new location has 10 floors and 12 rooms, which is a unique layout which will challenge players in new ways. This is the first vertical map, so effectively you're going to be going up instead of forward and around the building. I think the map that previously had the most floors in terms of height is Bleasdale Farmhouse, since there are 2 staircases going up, but this one just blows that out of the water. And you'll have to use different techniques for some of those pesky ghost abilities while playing on lower evidence game modes. We will be testing some of those. Hopefully some of the ghosts of concern like Banshee and Myling and Yurei will not be too bad. Hopefully, we will be able to figure those out. Progression. Several progression and equipment items have been adjusted based on community feedback. We will see what that means in a sec. Player leveling and rewards. The required experience to level from 1 to 100 has been reduced by around 10%, making leveling faster. So that means you're effectively going from level 1 to 100 a little faster. It's not that significant, but let's say you're going to take 100 hours to get to level 100. You will now take about 90 instead. So that's kind of what it is. Players can now level up to 9999 for each prestige. I don't know why this needs to be a thing, because effectively we're going back to the old system, but we have a prestige system, so okay. The required experience needed to level up between 999 and 9999 will increase every level. Sunny Meadows Restricted is now a media map. So Sunny Meadows Restricted joins maps like Prison and Maple Lodge, and it kind of makes sense because it's a very wide map. So if you get a wing, you're kind of traveling a pretty great distance to get to one of the rooms on one of the wings. But also, it's not a very big medium map because Prison is massive and Maple Lodge, kind of your standard medium map. So I would say they could have made Prison into a large map, and I don't know if this would count as a medium map, but maybe Ridgeview or Bleasdale could be considered medium maps based on the total square area of the maps, because they're the biggest small maps right now. Dots. Tier 1 light range has been increased, so here's a comparison between both the Tier 1 dots. The one on the left will be one from the previous update, and then here's the new Tier 1 dots. It should be a meaningful change because the Tier 1 dots kind of sucked back then, so we'll see how it is. Tier 3's scanning effect can now be paused by interacting with it while it's rotating. That is a very nice change. Everyone's been asking for this. I really love this change because I'm going to be showing you a way that you can use the Tier 3 dots in a really amazing way. That's probably going to replace the current Tier 3 dots meta, so stay tuned for that. EMF, Tier 1's needle will no longer flicker past or near 5 during events and hunts to stop confusion with evidence, so that's a very nice new player change. Tier 3's EMF 5 reading will now play a unique sound. We will compare the two sounds and see if it's better or not. Firelight. Increase the visible light intensity and range for both Tier 1 and Tier 2. That's nice. The Tier 1 and Tier 2, back then, they were not great because they ran out of wax quickly. As you can see, the Tier 1 and the Tier 2 has been increased to 5 to 10 minutes respectively. They will be a lot more worth it. Firelights and igniters will now be extinguished accurately in heavy rain. For example, they will no longer be extinguished under house porches and inside small tents. And that's a very nice change based on a realistic approach, because it really doesn't make sense to have your Tier 2 lighter or candle just not light because you're underneath the roof of Tanglewood, for example, but you're not inside yet. So, nice change. Headgear. A customizable key binding has been added to the controls page for turning on and off headgear. Now this is nice for everyone because effectively you have a flashlight and a headgear on, and what happens is you have the flashlight on but the headgear off, and what you're trying to do is turn them off. You're pressing and holding the button, you turn the flashlight off, but then you turn on the headgear. So it's a little bit of a confusion. Personally, myself, I got used to it relatively quickly, and I just try to have both on or both off at the same time. This is just a nice quality of life change. Turning headgear 1 on and off will now play different sounds to help you know which state the equipment is in. So with the Tier 1, it was just a beep beep beep, beep 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 for on and off. We'll see what that is like. While within range of a ghost event or a hunting ghost, Tier 3 will now have visual interference, so that's a big nerf to the night vision goggles. Personally, I use the Tier 2, and this nerf to the Tier 3 will probably force people to go to the Tier 2 in most game modes. And for Apocalypse 3, this Tier 3 night vision will be nerfed in general, and maybe players will go to firelights instead. All tiers will now play as new sound when it's in range of a hunting ghost or an event, so we'll see what that's like. Parabolic. Tier 1's red light will now flicker when a sound is detected. I don't know if this means if it's like all sounds including ambient sounds, or if it's just the sounds that ghosts make, or if it's throws or all that. We'll have to test that. Tier 3 can now receive sounds one floor above or below the player using it, with new UI to show which floor the sound is coming from. I don't know how I feel about this one. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of pointing the paramic up or down to get the sounds, but like at the same time, you're pointing the paramic through multiple rooms of like high school or Sunny Meadows, and that works fine, but it can only do it one floor above or below you. That's definitely less than 30 meters, so I feel like they could have done more with that. Or at the very least, have tier 1 do nothing, tier 2 do the one floor above and below, and then tier 3 to do even more than that, because Point Hope now exists. You now have to hold parabolic microphones to turn them on or off. I don't think we were able to turn them on and off on the ground, but okay. Thermometer. Holding down the use button while holding the thermometer tier 2 or tier 3 will now continuously update instead of having to restart after each reading. So effectively, we are going back to the old thermometers. So back before the Ascension update, you turn on the thermometer and you get a continuous reading every half second or so, or maybe every second. Now, that change has been kind of brought back, but you have to hold the use button and then it'll continuously update. I'm glad they brought this back, but then there's a cost right here. Tier 1 now has randomization to make it consistent with other tiers. No one asked for this, and I have no idea why the devs are so insistent on having randomization on a thermometer. Like, if you take a real-life thermometer and you try getting a temperature reading, that temperature reading is going to be accurate. Even those mercury thermometers, they're going to be pretty accurate. If they have randomization, I'm just going to throw them out. We will see what that's like. It may be unusable for me. We will see. I'm probably going to switch to tier 3, but we will see. Tier 3 hold time has been reduced to 2.5 seconds from 3 seconds. And then the tier 3 randomization has been reduced to make it more accurate. So again, tier 3 at the very least should be very precise and accurate. And then I could understand tier 2, tier 1 being slightly off, but no more than like 0.4 degrees. Tripods and video cameras. Ghosts will now throw video cameras more consistently. Okay. Tier 1 and Tier 2 knockdown chance has been increased to 30% and 20% respectively. Okay. And then Tier 3 should still be the same, but it's very rare that the Tier 3 gets knocked down. I think I've only seen it get knocked down once, and I've played this game a lot. So we'll see how that affects the tripods. Sanity meds. Tier 1 and Tier 2 have been decreased to 20 seconds and 10 seconds respectively. So, nice buff to the sanity meds. Tier 3 will now instantly refill your sprint endurance in addition to keeping it for the full 10 seconds. Now this is a great change because what ends up happening is you end up sprinting, you run out of sprinting, you take the sanity meds, but you still can't sprint for a few seconds because it's recharging, even though it's supposed to give you infinite sprint for that duration. Glad they made that change. Sound sensors. Mute buttons have been added to each sound sensor's truck UI. Now this is great if you have multiple sound sensors and you're like trying to listen for a U-ray ability or a light switch. And if there's a sensor that's picking up a shower or a sink, then you can just turn that sensor off. So it's very situational when you would use it. Spirit box. Small environment lights such as lamps must now be turned off to receive a response. That is interesting. We'll have to test that a little better. So that means your table lamps, your standing lamps, they're going to cancel the spirit box responses. But I don't know if that impacts TVs or not. We're going to test that. You must now hold the spirit box to use it with the text-based voice recognition. So there are times where you use the spirit box while you're in text and you like drop the spirit box or try to use it on the ground and somehow you can't cancel out of the spirit box. I don't know why the devs don't put like an X on the UI to just cancel out of it, because there are times where you go into the text UI and then you're just stuck. They could just add an X to close out of the UI and then turn off the equipment instead of doing this, but whatever. UV lights. Tier 1 and Tier 2 have been swapped for better progression during leveling. So, yeah, obviously the glow stick is better than the flashlight, the small flashlight. The Tier 3 flashlight is pretty good in my opinion. And I use both, either the Tier 2 or Tier 3. Optimization. We've drastically improved the performance of several areas in the game, which will result in fewer stutters, higher FPS, and quicker loading times, especially on low-end machines. The number of fixes and optimizations would be too many to list, but the following have received the biggest adjustments. Photos and video cameras, shadows, weather, UI, physics, audio, reflections, textures, and shaders now stream to the GPU to significantly reduce VRAM and RAM usage. Cool. And Tent Door's cloth system has been completely overhauled to increase performance. So we'll see what that's like. I don't know if that changes the way you're able to like fly on the tents or not, but we'll test that. Training. Lowered the temperature of training to make freezing temperatures section much faster to progress. Cool. Reduce the amount of equipment to 1 in each room. Makes sense, because there's only one player doing the training. You will now have to get EMF 5 to get past the EMF room. Makes sense, because all you're doing is getting fingerprints, UV, a spirit box response, actual freezing temperatures, dots, and ghost orbs. But then, with the EMF section, you now have to get EMF 5 to know what it looks like. So, good change. Props will now get thrown more frequently in the EMF room. Good. Replace the glow stick with the UV torch, or flashlight, as per the tier changes above. Makes sense. In the ghost orb section, players will now need to be more accurate with video cameras to avoid accidentally completing the objective without seeing the ghost orbs. That's happened sometimes because when you're trying to get that ghost orb, sometimes you don't see it, and then the truck guy is like, "Good job for completing this task, go to the next room." So now that makes more sense. And new changes. New ID cards can now be unlocked. Lighthouse Keeper. Correctly identify the ghost on Point Hope 50 times with a reward multiplier of above 0 times. So if you have a reward multiplier of 0.01 or higher, you can get a Point Hope badge. Cool. Apocalypse Bronze, Silver, and Gold now have badges. So in addition to getting the trophies, you can now get badges for them. If you have already completed any of the Apocalypse challenges, you will need to complete a single game of any kind to receive your new ID card rewards. That's fine. That's just to kind of refresh the save file. Players can now carry an igniter in addition to 3 other items. Big change. This is especially useful in an apocalypse situation, because before you were kind of stuck with carrying a crucifix, lighter, and a smudge. Now you can do a lighter, 2 smudges, and a crucifix, or a lighter, smudge, crucifix, or a photo camera. The odds are endless, so it makes a lot more sense because you can just put the lighter in your pocket and you can just pick it up whenever you need it. Non-VR players can only carry 1 lighter at a time, similar to flashlights. That's okay. Igniters have their own slot on the VR belt. Okay. Unlocking a new reward that is not tied to leveling up will now show a pop-up on the mission summary screen. I'm assuming that's badges and trophies. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but we'll see. Ghostwriting books will now play new sounds when closed. Again, I'm not entirely sure what this means. Are ghosts gonna write with the books closed or something? I don't know. Added Kate and Catherine to possible ghost first names. Cool. Ghosts can now leave single fingerprints on all small lamps and TV remotes in all locations. That's a nice change, because you can just, let's say you're in a room that doesn't have light switches or windows or doors, you can just bring a TV remote up to that room and you can get UV that way. Or you can just bring the salt. That's much easier anyways. Changes. Equipment. You can no longer swap inventory slots while taking a photo. Now, I know there's a bug with a tier 1 camera where you take a photo, you swap the inventory, and then it's just permanently an electronic now. But also, I wonder if this changes the way we use the photo cameras in our inventory. Because sometimes what I do is I bring 3 photo cameras in my inventory, and then I spam click the photos that way, kind of like this clip right here. So with that change, it might remove that ability to do that, which is sad, but oh well. Removed flashlights from Hide and Seek Extreme as they were disabled from settings. Interesting. I don't know why we don't have flashlights in the first place, but okay. Deja Vu Weekly now has Tier 1 UV instead of Tier 2 to keep it a flashlight. Makes sense. Glow in the Dark Weekly now has Tier 2 instead of Tier 1 to keep it a glow stick. Makes sense. Asking the board bone location questions will now drain 20% sanity instead of 50 due to bone rewards not being included in the reward multiplier. Very nice. Lighting a summoning circle candle will now instantly end the setup phase. So that's only if you're like an amateur or intermediate. That's going to be a problem. Ghosts. Non-ghost writing ghosts will now close the book after throwing it. Okay, so that's probably what this is. We'll have to see what that is. Ghosts can no longer interact with already knocked down paintings. That's probably something to do with the ghost knocking down the paintings through the floor. Shades can no longer blow out fire sources or write in ghost writing books if there are any players in the room to keep their strength consistent. Okay, so shades will do completely nothing if you're in their room. So if you're doing like a shade Onryo test on 0 sanity, 0 evidence, this is a pretty nice change. But also in an evidence situation, this is a little bit of a nerf because you used to get firelights and try to get EMF 5 from them pretty easily. Now you can't do that anymore. Improved the ghost's ability to interact with closed doors. Improved Banshee AI targeting when they stalk a player. The I wish to see the ghost will now limit your vision after the ghost event instead of before to allow you to see the ghost. Great change, because what ends up happening is you wish to see the ghost, and you still can't see the ghost. So now you can actually see the ghost. Increase the sanity drain on one of the ghost events to match the other events. So there is one event in particular where the ghost kind of walks to you, makes no sounds, and doesn't make a hiss or anything. That used to drain like 5% sanity. Now that's 10%. And so if you're dealing with an Oni, now that sanity drain will now go to 20 instead of 10%, because the Oni event ability doubles the sanity drain on ghost events. Environment. Paranormal, Paparazzi, and Hide and Seek Hide weekly challenges will now take place on Point Hope. I will be doing those, so stay tuned for those. Dramatically improved the sunrise visuals. We will see what that looks like. Turning on several light switches in a room, but not all, will now drain sanity at a reduced rate instead of the full sanity drain speed. I don't know what that means. Maybe it has something to do with Tanglewood Master Bedroom or Edgefield Upstairs Hallway. And you have to like turn on all the lights to prevent your sanity from draining now. I don't fully understand that one, so we'll move on to the next one. Props that don't move when hit with another prop will no longer play an additional sound impact. Cool. Adjusted all weather's distant fog color for better blending with the horizon. Okay. Removed Point Hope teasers from all maps in the lobby. Makes sense. Optimized assets across all maps. Good. Lowered resolution for light cookies, light shapes, cones, whatever. But increased resolution for skylight shadows. Okay. Moved the green bowl in Edgefield living room to help with the lamp interaction and new fingerprints. Cool. The Tanglewood utility room door can now be closed correctly by the ghost. Good. Medium tent windows now have correct collision on both sides. Good. Because what happens is, like, you throw a item through the window from the outside on one of those big tents on the campsite maps, and the item just phases through it. But if you do the same thing from inside the tent, the item does not go through, which effectively means if you're inside the tent and the ghost is outside and you're in front of those windows, the ghost will see you. And that's bad. But let's say the ghost is inside the tent and you're outside, the ghost cannot see you. This is one of those changes that should not have to exist in the first place, and they should have just gotten it right the first time. I don't know how they get it through QA testing, but that's been a bug forever. Audio. Adjusted audio effects to identify if sounds are above or below you. Sounds that are one floor above you are bass boosted and muffled, and sounds that are one floor below you will be more muffled and quiet. Cool. Sounds that are 2 floors above you or below will have more extreme effects and volume reduction. We'll see what that's like. The heartbeat sound will no longer be altered by reverb or other audio effects. So that's on Sunny Meadows, where if the ghost is chasing you, your heartbeat kind of echoes through the asylum. So that's probably no longer going to be a thing. Audio levels for the ambient room tone and board have been remastered to bring them in line with other sounds. Okay. Reduced the volume for the writing sound for the Ghost Writing Book Tier 3. Because that's the volume that's too loud right now. Not the Tier 3 dots that have already had its volume reduced and it's still too loud. Not the death volume. Not the truck closing and opening. It's gotta be the writing book. Thank you. That's exactly what we needed. UI, difficulty, money, prestige, level up pop-ups have now received new images. Cool. Improved color accuracy of several UI components. Okay. Increase the width of scroll bars in the shop to make it easier for VR players. That's a nice accessibility feature. Several ID card titles have been renamed and shortened. Okay. Changed interaction amount to activity level in custom settings to better reflect what it does. So before, it means the interaction levels were really tied to everything from ghost events to throws and door touches and all that. Now it's activity levels, so now it should be clearer. Fixes. Player movement will no longer be affected by held equipment. Good change, because what often ends up happening is you have the Tier 3 incense, and you're pressing W, and then you're just strafing to the left or right somehow when you're crouched. And that just forces players to go to a different tier of item. And what I end up doing is using the Tier 2 instead. So hopefully that increases usage rates for the Tier 3 incense. Stamina recovery will now correctly start even if you're holding down the sprint button but not moving. So if you're holding your sprint button and you're not sprinting, it was not recharging before. Now it should. There's no longer a visual glitch when rapidly equipping and unequipping the headgear as one of the player models. Okay. You can now change your sprint mode while in a game in VR. Okay. Fix several areas where VR teleport movement could not teleport to. Okay. Changing your sprint mode to hold from toggle on PC while sprint is toggled on will no longer keep you sprinting without pressing the sprint button. Okay. Removed the sprinting FOV increase due to a graphical issue. I think that means, let's say you're on Apocalypse where you have no sprinting at all. You're moving, you press the shift button, and then your screen kind of zooms out a little bit. I think that has been removed, which is kind of funny because that didn't do anything when sprint is disabled. Like, you're not getting any faster, but it kind of feels like, yeah, we're going faster now, even though it's just a visual thing. Hanging paintings thrown by the ghost will no longer fall through the floor. It was kind of funny when it happened, but oh well. The ghost and bone can no longer get stuck in several locations. We will see about that. Yurei can now use their abilities on doors that are open at the start of the game. So before, the Yurei, you actually have to touch a door open in order for the Yurei to actually use its ability. So if you ever end up getting Yurei ability used 0, that's because you have to open the door first in order for it to actually slam it closed. Because the game thinks the door is closed, but the door is 45 degrees open or something. So that's a good change. Demon and Banshee attempting to use their ability but failing will no longer add to the abilities used stat. Okay, that's a decent change. Makes it a little less confusing for players trying to understand how many abilities it used. I know with the Banshee, you end up having like games where it uses like 100 abilities or something, but we don't know what they are. I'm pretty sure it's the roaming ability. And then the Demon, there's a 50% chance when it wants to early hunt, it will actually hunt. So now it's just whenever it rolls that 50% chance in its favor, then it will do its hunt and increase that ability's used stat. Ghost will no longer keep throwing the same object over and over, and will instead choose more varied items within its interaction range. Okay, so not a bad change. Hide and Seek Extreme now correctly has 3 evidence instead of only 2. This is the second time we've seen it in a patch notes. We've seen this exact line in 0.9.4, and now we're seeing it again in 0.10. Thank you, devs. Ghost event player detection will no longer include dead players if they didn't move after dying. I've never seen this myself. I don't really play much multiplayer. I guess that's a really interesting change. Like, you just have a dead player in like the Tanglewood kitchen. All players are kind of elsewhere in the map, and it just randomly events in the kitchen. I guess that's how I understand it. Motion sensor 2 and 3 detection sounds can now be heard consistently. All right. So that means I think you can no longer hear the tier 2 and tier 3 motion sensor sounds if you're like on a different floor or something, which is kind of strange. Paramic tier 2 now displays the correct volume values. Okay. The values don't really mean too much. It just shows you that there's a sound over there. Dots tier 1 and UV light tier 2 light will no longer stop emitting when placed in some areas. I think what this means is if you like drop it somewhere, the item will still be glowing, but it will just be darkness at the same time. So it's not really emitting any light at all, but it's still kind of glowing. I think that's what that fix is. Changing the sound sensor size in the truck now only changes the area of effect UI instead of the equipment UI. Okay. Paramic will no longer pick up sounds when in the truck. Okay. EMF reader tier 1 will now point the needle closer to the EMF value instead of including the EMF values above and below it. Good change for new players. You can no longer take multiple photos of the same interaction by using your inventory to refresh the EMF spot. So you can no longer take a firelight interaction, swap it through your inventory, and then take 10 photos of it that way. I'd say that's a good fix. Headgear tier 2 will no longer be detected by the ghost when on if the flashlights are disabled in custom settings. Oh, that was mean, developers. Like, imagine not being able to use the headgear and the actual electronics inside are still able to kill you without knowing it. An active paramic will no longer muffle your audio when picked up while holding another item. Good change. All sound sensor tiers and firelight tier 2s will now be stable when placed in VR. Okay. You can no longer light other people's incense by physically moving a fire source into it. So you can no longer move a firelight into another player's smudge stick and it just lights for no reason. The VR players can now consistently place a video camera on a tripod that is still attached to the truck wall. Cool. The board will no longer break when saying goodbye with 0 sanity. Nice change. Crucifix tier 3 will now be fully used for all players after it prevents a cursed hunt. Okay. Extinguished matches will no longer light other objects. Okay. You no longer need to swap hands between each tarot card draw in VR. Okay. Grabbing, swapping props or equipment in VR will no longer set the wrong hand position and rotation. All right. Igniters will no longer be used if the player used up a fuel source. Okay. Tripod tier 3 placement highlight will now be visible when first placed. All right. UI for text-based voice recognition will no longer get stuck if the player grabs the board while you are using it. All right. All motion sensors and sound sensor map icons now accurately sized on all maps. Great change, because often what ends up happening is you go to like prison, for example, and the sound sensors just lie to you about the range. So now it should accurately reflect what that range really is. So it's going to look smaller, maybe even bigger in situations. I don't think it's going to be bigger, but now it's actually scaled properly. Environment. The player and the ghost will now correctly be detected when moving between different rooms and floors. This will make evidence gathering much more consistent. This is a room boundary thing. Let's say you're in the high school science rooms. The shade can still hunt in that room if you're in it, even though it's technically supposed to be one large room, but it's like divided into like 3 separate rooms. I've had a game like that where I was trying to test for shade, and it's still hunted in the same room as me, and now that should be fixed. And I wonder if this means smudge timers will now be fixed if the players light smudges on the ghost while they're on the stairs. Hopefully that's fixed, because what ends up happening is you light the smudge at the ghost on the stairs, and the smudge timer does nothing. It just starts another hunt within like 25 seconds or so. And that's gotten people killed. Sunny Meadows reverb sound effects will no longer turn off while moving around in certain rooms. Cool. Maple Lodge cabin window fingerprints will now be visible again. Good change. Removed several locations where the ghost could get out of bounds in Sunny Meadows. I've actually experienced that at one point, because like there's one point where I was looping the ghost in like one of the day rooms, and then the ghost just launched itself into the wall, and it was kind of clipped in there. It could get out, of course, but it just looked funny seeing the ghost just fly through the wall. Remove the spot where the ghost could get stuck behind the generator in Camp Woodwind. All right. The camping chair next to Lover's Bench on Woodwind is no longer white. Interesting. All overhead tarps on Maple Lodge campsite will now have rain sounds. I think there were a few that didn't have it, but now they should all have them. Reduced visibility of geometry seams where you can see the skybox in Sunny Meadows. I think I know what that is. So oftentimes you're in Sunny Meadows and you see like these light gray lines on the floor. That should be fixed now. You should no longer be able to see them. We'll see about that. Keys collected will now have the correct name in the journal. So that means you're on Maple Lodge, you get the cabin key to unlock the cabin, and it no longer says car key. That's all it really is. Window rain will no longer make things black when viewed in certain angles. Okay. All high school windows and doors will now have the correct fingerprint material. Good. You can no longer place equipment in the gap under the cabin. I don't know why you would want to do that. Maybe there's trolls in the lobbies that have taken advantage of that. I'd say that's a good change. Lights will no longer turn on if you turn them off during a flicker. I wonder if the permanent flicker is fixed because of that. We'll see about that. Added skybox blockers to multiple areas to stop tiny gaps in geometry that show the sky in Tanglewood, Edgefield, Ridgeview, and Willow. Okay. Sound. Impact sounds will no longer play multiple times at once. Cool. UI. Skipping the animation when you level up more than once will no longer skip the previous level's unlock pop-ups. Okay. Challenge map names will now be correct. Always a good thing. You can no longer complete the ghost photo objective when there's no space for photos in the journal. We're going to try testing that, but from what it looks like, there is no way to delete photos currently in this patch. I don't know why they are so insistent on trying to, like, remove this. I know why, but, like, when we don't have the ability to delete photos yet, and if photos are still as scammy as they are today, I don't think this is a good change as of right now. Because, like, you oftentimes you get a bunch of photos, you're at 9 out of 10 3-star photos. You try taking a photo of the ghost, and then you end up getting like a 2-star salt photo. I don't really like this change because they didn't implement the photo system properly. Known changes. Diogen pathing can be inconsistent during hunts on Point Hope. We'll check that out. We'll see what that is like. Small items can occasionally fall through walls and floors in Point Hope. Why do we have holes in floors? Why can't that just be easily patched? Interactions can sometimes repeat multiple times. Okay. And MSAA will cause visual artifacts when dead. Alright, so overall, there are a lot of good changes in these patch notes, a lot of questionable ones, and then a couple bad changes. I'd say the biggest changes would be the ghost photo objective, the lighter being an additional item that you can bring when you have all 3 item slots taken up, so you can actually have 4 items. Being able to carry a lighter in addition to the 3 items is actually a very big quality of life change. So all this really is, you're bringing in 3.5 items instead of 4 or 3. The lighter is only considered as half an item, and then the other items are 1 full item slot. But also, you can only bring 1 lighter at a time, just like how you can only bring 1 flashlight at a time. So that's a pretty big change, and obviously Point Hope being added, and then a bunch of quality of life stuff with the equipment here. I do not agree with the tier 1 thermo being nerfed, but hopefully the tier 2 and tier 3 are at least more usable. But overall, I think that'll do it for the patch notes, and then we can head straight on into the gameplay. Here we go. Alright, so here we are in the new lobby. Well, the same lobby that we always knew of. We no longer have a UV flashlight on the ground to see the Point Hope teasers, because now we actually have it here. And now also my ghost hunting card is now just analyst instead of ghost hunting analyst. It just cleans things up for a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna get a proper loadout going. And then we can test a bunch of different things. And also, it looks like this contract board has a little more depth, which, that's cool. Obviously, there's Point Hope, which we're gonna play a lot of today. We're going to start this off on Amateur. So we'll see what the new player experience is like. And we're gonna go through pretty much all difficulties. I'm gonna do a 0 sanity, 0 evidence on there. I'm gonna try doing a normal 0 evidence run. We'll see what Apocalypse 3 will be like. We're gonna do a lot with Point Hope today. Alright, so let's head on into Point Hope and see what we got. A young family recently moved into this long-dormant lighthouse, but it was already home to something else. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, that was a strange lighting effect there. Oh, that's the map there. We got a Michelle Petite. And we got a bit of a glow coming in here. So I brought the tier 1 thermo just to see what it's like. Oh, I already see it kind of... Actually, is it going up? Maybe it's not at the target temperature yet. Oh, now it is. Yeah, we can already see the fluctuating going on there. Which, not great. Alright, so here it is. Just one big tower. We can see the breaker right there. We'll have to check it out. I'm actually gonna bring in a... Whoa. This is the exterior of the lighthouse. This looks cool. We can see the beacon of light just turning around. Wow. That's cool. So this is the exterior. Wow, this is a really nice place. You got like a nice little cliff right there. Got a roadway that's blocked. I think we just go right on in. There's a little bell thing over here. Are we able to reach it? Oh, we can. Oh, that's awesome. Point Hope, built at this place by the province of Massachusetts, was first lighted February 18th, 1802, extended in 2002 to include entry house. This tablet has been placed by the United States Lighthouse Service September 2002 in commemoration of the 200th anniversary. Whoa, this is cool. Whoa, that's a new door sound. Oh, these light switches are different. Oh. Alright, so already entering, I'm already noticing hiding is going to be a little bit of a concern. Oh, the sounds. The sounds are so cool. We can flush the toilet still. That's awesome. I'm assuming we can hide in the shower here. Oh, this is awesome. That might be an official hiding spot. We'll have to see what that's like. This might be a hiding spot. Oh, this place is interesting. These switches are different. Wonder if we could light that. Ooh, this is like a tent. Oh yeah, we can still kind of fly doing this thing. But I don't think we can get up top there. Also, was that the bone? No, that's a ship. They look like bones to me. Like those little shoulder blades that we often see. I think I might have heard a throw. Ooh, this is cool. Alright, up the spiral staircase we go. Wow. We can't go underneath the table. I guess that makes sense because that would be considered a safe spot. Can we interact with this? No. But that's a hiding spot, however. We can interact with the magnets. Woo! Ice cubes. Oh, this is such a cool map. We can't open the cabinets, but that's okay. Third floor. Got a wine cellar. This. Oh, that's the clock. Ooh. That's cool. And then this looks like a hiding spot. Can we hide in here? We can pick up the wine bottles. There's even sounds of liquid in here. Ooh. This is cool. And then up here, can we hide behind here? Can't really squish ourselves behind here, but we can here. And then that would be a hiding spot. This is one of the places that we've seen in the dev preview. Let's see, is there a potential hiding spot underneath here? No, this would be pretty dangerous. But this is definitely a looping spot. If that remains consistent. Alright. Ooh, what's in here? Oh, the EMF has completely different sounds. And we found the ghost, and we have a circle. I was admiring the bathroom. Come on, ghost. Why you be like that? Can we interact with a tub? No. Yeah, the tier 3 sounds completely different. It has like the same sounds for all values. Let's check upstairs here. Ooh, we get a bedroom here. I need to be careful with the lights because I have a feeling I'm gonna break them. Whoa. We have one of these. I wonder if it makes a sound if the ghost interacts with it. But also, broken glass. This is a hiding spot here. Could maybe potentially hide here. I'm going... Okay, I thought I was gonna go through the wall for a sec. Alright, up here we got... Ooh. We got this thing. We can pick up a shark. Oh, this is cool. And I killed the breaker. I had a feeling I was gonna do that. Can we hide in here? We can. There is nothing in there. That's okay. That's a pirate hat. Yar har fiddle dee dee. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I am a pirate. We got a little workshop here. We got lockers that we can hide in. This spot would be probably dangerous to hide behind because the ghosts will just go up the stairs and get you. Maybe we're okay here, but we'll have to test that. and then we'll go up top. Got a hiding spot right here. Oh, this looks cool. Oh right, I forgot I had to change a keybind for the night vision. All right, we're now outside of the lighthouse. This is a great view. You can see the road from out here. There's the truck that we're well above. But first, I want to change the keybind. Hold T. Okay. So it's still a hold thing. But it doesn't conflict with the flashlight. So you just hold it instead of press it. I guess that's all right. I wonder if the ghost can come out here. That'd be kind of interesting. But wow, this is cool. All right, where's the door? Is there 2 doors for this place? Looks like there is. It even tells you it's a pull door. Hey, I found the bone. Just gonna pick that up. Wonder if that's like windshield washer fluid or something. Alright, now let's go try and figure out what the ghost is. Wonder if we could go here. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think that might be a good hiding spot because you can throw objects behind there. So that's a little concerning. Alright, we'll make our way down. Those door sounds, those are pretty cool. Let's see, do we have any freezing in here? Doesn't look like it. It should not change favorite rooms on amateur. All right, now we should find the breaker. Oh, here it is. It's just hiding behind this door here. Very sneaky breaker location. All right, now let's see what our sanity is. It's probably still pretty good because this is amateur after all. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh yeah, can I... Oh yeah, we no longer have the collision problem anymore. Great change. All right. Now we can pause the tier 3 dots. Also, I want to see the top of the lighthouse again. But, hold on. Is that affected by the breaker? No, you just have a glowing little thing there. Ooh, the devs don't want us hiding behind that fireplace. Can I hide like this? Not great, but possible. Oh right, the light is broken in here. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you Elder Scrolls? Where are you? Alright, here's what I'm gonna show you with the tier 3 dots. So I'm gonna slightly angle my camera. Okay, that's... There we go. I have the dots vertically placed. Yes! That's what I wanted to have in the game. It is doing a lot of interactions. Potentially no EMF 5. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be freezing. It did tap a window. Let's see. If we have no freezing, we got... What am I hearing? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you Elder Scrolls? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? I will say the EMF is very quiet, which I don't know why it needs to be that quiet. But that's okay. I think it turned off the breaker. So definitely no Jinn. There we go. Now it's on. Oh, there's a little closet area that I did not see here. So if you want to hide here, you can. Let's see, can we walk out here? No. They blocked it off. Oh yeah, what does the CCTV have? It's probably just that one camera pointing outside. Yeah, it's just that one camera. That's okay. I am going to take one of these, because I still don't have any evidence. This looks like a hiding spot right here. Oh, we got dirty water in here. There's an orb in here. We got UV. So this is most likely a Banshee. It's just missing the dots now. Hey, the book is closed. That means it didn't write in it. There we go, now I can't escape the dots. Oh, there's the dots. So that's confirmed a Banshee. Okay, still do not turn off the breaker. I want to go all the way up again. So I want to see what it looks like with a breaker on. Oh, this map is so cool. I wonder what this is. Could I, like, squeeze myself in here and then maybe be unkillable? Might want to test that. Oh, we can hear the gears moving. Look at that. And then there's that giant beacon of light. If we stare at it long enough, we effectively blind ourselves because of the eye adaptation. That's cool. wonder if I could make my way over into the platform there. Oh. Yep, kind of. So, if we're right here, can the ghost get me right here? That's kind of what I want to figure out. So we'll have to test that at some point. But now, I want to test the paramic. And then because this is a banshee, it should stay on the same floor. We do have a TV here. Oh, okay, so I already got a banshee scream, and you can see where the dot was coming from. There was like a little triangle right on top of it. So that's cool. So you can see where the interactions are coming from. Let's do the same thing, but one floor above. Yep. You can also see a little triangle that's pointing down. All right. I think we have one last thing we want to try doing. Let's try getting it to hunt. So now we have an extra slot available for the lighter, which is really cool. I think where I want to go, do I want to try looping it in that little kitchen area right there? Might want to try that. Okay, so I got smudge, salt, and lighter. And we'll see how well this goes. Now, I'm going to try getting a scam photo on purpose. And what I mean by that is I'm going to try positioning the salt in a way where I'm going to get a salt photo instead of a ghost photo. Because I have a feeling that's probably still a thing. Oh, you already stepped in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh. Oh wait, it's already over? That's disappointing. I think it went straight upstairs. And also the circle tried hunting when I was lighting it, so I had to escape it. Whoa, you're on top of me. I don't hear it at all. Already over. Ooh. We get new music sounds. Sounds like us hunting. Let's see the tier 3. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, the tier 3 definitely glitches out. Which is not great, but oh well. I think we'll go on to the next game. We'll do an intermediate round. And then we'll go to professional, nightmare, and sanity, and all that. But overall, I'm really liking this map. So definitely a Banshee. And we've definitely spent so much time in this map because we were just exploring it. There we go, Banshee. Whoa, there we go. We got Apocalypse Legend, Apocalypse Master, and Apocalypse Adept. And that's because I already unlocked the Apocalypse trophy. Bone location was Lantern Room. That's what it was called. Alright, next thing I want to do, I want to use the tier 3 thermo. See how well that goes. And also, I want to check out the new badges. Here we go. That's the silver badge. Ooh. Bronze, silver, gold. I think I want to rock the gold one. And then we'll go on to intermediate now. See what that entails for us. On to Point Hope we go. So now we have a 2-minute setup timer. The breaker's in a different spot. It's on the 3rd floor this time. Alright, so I'm holding the right-click button, and it's continuously updating now. It seems like it's updating every, I don't know, every 2 seconds? Maybe every 1 second. Every 1.5 seconds it updates. Which is still kind of slow, but not the end of the world. I love that this is a hiding spot. We still have that. How about in here? Oh, it's locked. So if we don't have that hiding spot, it's just a straight up lock symbol. So breakers should be on this floor, unless it's one above. Might actually be one. Yep. One above the kitchen. Okay, so we don't have a circle this time. Let's see, where would the ghost be? Wait, why is this locked? Is that a hiding spot? I have to check that out. Okay, I think the ghost might be in here. It's definitely a little cooler than the other rooms. Or it's at the front door. That works too. What would be the possession on this map? Oh, jeez. That was the shower door. Will we get fingerprints on it? I think so. There are fingerprints on it. There we go. And they do slide around. That's cool. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you Elder Scrolls? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? I think I saw a bubble in there. Yup, there is a bubble. There is a bubble. It's gonna be another banshee, isn't it? So right here, I can pause it just like that. And then, where do I want to place a second one? Kind of place it like that. Let's see, do we have freezing? Yes. So assuming that 0.9 and below is freezing, then we have freezing. So it should just be a Hauntu. That was just me flicking the light off. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? There's the bone. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Alright. I think what I want to do now is see what the possession is. What is this? Huh. Interesting.
No information has been found about who.
Ooh, that's a new radio sound.
Have ended this poor woman's life.
I was dreaming last night. I was dreaming all right about the dear old fashioned.
Hello.
In a horrifying turn of events, a life was brutally taken in a shocking act of violence that occurred right here, in the heart of our community. No information has been found about who or what may have ended this poor woman's life.
I was dreaming about the dear.
Stating loss of life. Lifeless.
In the heart.
We used to drive. And if you call me in to.
I do really like these new radio sounds. But what I really need to look for is the possession. Ghost is hunting? Guess I'm really in that range. Should be careful because I am in a little bit of danger. You got a little night light that you can turn on. That's so cool. Wonder if we can light these candles. What is this supposed to be? Oh, we just open it up like that. Oh, we have these things. Wonder if we can actually light them. I think it is hunting. All right, let's see. I want to do a little bit of science here. Can we light these things? Also, I want to do this. Perfect. We can actually use the sanity meds now. Okay, I can't right-click them. Okay, so we cannot light them. That's okay. Oh, it's dripping. That's cool. Tidy pods. Wonder what that is. We actually have boxes of cereal. We have a chessboard, which we can actually play chess on. Oh, yes. Also, I'm stacking... Yeah, I'm just straight up stacking these on top of each other. Oh, we have the board. So, if we're looking for the board, Luigi is right here. It's just hiding underneath this little shelf here. And we can't even play pool anyways. Oh well. Can we play darts? We can! Yes! Oh, this is so cool. It's got good range too. Oh, I love this map. Well, let's go on to professional and see what kind of craziness we have. And there we go, that was definitely a Hontu. Alright, on to professional. Here we go. I think we have heavy rain. Oh, the shower door's locked. No. But we do have this, though. And that. This one doesn't have a flap at all. Wait, they gave us matches? Wow. It only has one match though, but still, that's kind of cool. We don't have a circle. So it's gonna be something else. Oh, found the ghost. Hello. You're in here. Got a bunch of makeup here. Ooh, I wonder if it can interact with this. We got freezing already. Already turned the breaker off. Not a gin. Oh, we have cards. It's right here. Beside the TV remote. Okay, we'll just place the dots kind of like this. That should do it. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you a shade? I think this might actually be a shade. It's doing absolutely nothing. Let's see, I wrote in the book. Yep, we're one step closer to shade. It's not a mare. We already knew that. It is throwing stuff. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Hello. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? It's probably not a Moroi because it would have Spirit Box. I see an orb in there. So it's a Rev. It's a pretty inactive Rev at points. Thought it was a shade at times. Oh well. I think I want to try seeing what looping is like here. I think I want to loop maybe in here. I love the sounds on this map. They're so cool. Can I light this? Yes. There's just something so weird about being able to carry 4 items. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel natural. Tower. Another useless tower card. Hermit, nothing. Oh, I forgot I had a Cruci up there. Whoops. Oh well. Is it hunting? No, it's just trolling me. Good. And whatever. It's right above. I hope it comes down. Nope, it's not. And that's it. Alright, so I think we're gonna say that's good for this round. We'll go on to Nightmare. See how well that goes. And I'm pretty sure this is classified as a small map, so you'll get the same rewards as you do on Tanglewood. There we go, that was a Revenant. Yeah, and also you get 100 base for getting the ghost correct, so this is definitely a small map. I guess we'll try the tier 2 Thermo now. See what that's like now. And I think that's about it. Seems like this one updates every maybe 2.5 seconds. We'll try again. Yeah, every 2.5 seconds. So it's really slow. I'm still on professional. Alright, we got a Linda Wilson. We got a Foggy Lighthouse now. This looks cool. I love that bell. Are you a poltergeist? You just instantly did that ability, didn't you? Well, I think I'm just gonna leave with it and then just do another round of Nightmare. Like there was nothing, and then there all of a sudden, yep, everything got thrown at me. So abilities used once because it was the item explosion. Yeah, 37 seconds. So I'm just gonna run that back because that was way too quick. All right. We don't have a breaker right there. That's fine. We don't have the cards this time. Oh, I found it. Hello, ghost. It seems like it can interact with these cabinets, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can get photos from them. Already popped the breaker, no gin. Hello. I didn't see any orbs, so probably no mimic. Now, this is Nightmare, and I've already seen like 3 hiding spots. So that's pretty cool. Where are you?
Taken away.
Already got Spirit Box. And then for getting the dots, maybe I place it here. And then we get that angle. Alright, I'm going to do a scam photo on purpose. I want to see if we still have those 2-star assault photos. Oh, not an Oni. But we already knew that. This could also just be a Wraith, so it's never going to step in assault. Already turned off the breaker again. Probably take a sanity thing, in case it's a Moroi. Okay, it has stepped in assault, so no wraith. Let's see. We are well into the freezing temps. So it could be a Moroi. Gonna do a little bit of an Onryo test. With my lighter. Wonder why we can't light that. I'm gonna say, yeah, that's definitely no mimic. Alright, do we still get 2-star assault photos? Yes, we do. Good to know. Alright, now I gotta find the possession. It's not the board. I didn't see the circle. Oh, it's hunting. Wasn't really expecting that. Where is it? Interesting. I think I want to test for Onryo right away. Wonder if that was considered an early hunt. Alright. Little makeshift Onryo test. Yeah, so the tier 2 does make a different sound when the ghost is eventing or hunting. That's one blowout. Okay, no Onryo. Here we go. It's definitely faster. But here's how I can test for Moroi. That's definitely a Moroi. Yeah, it was smudged for forever. So, gonna leave with Moroi. But I'm really loving the new sounds of basically everything. I wonder if the sounds apply to the other maps as well. Maybe. We'll see. And there we go. It was a Moroi. So, I was able to figure out it was a Moroi based on how long it was smudged for. So, a normal ghost would normally be smudged for about 5 seconds, but a Moroi would be smudged and confused for 7.5. So I was able to determine Moroi that way. Where's the bone? Entry bathroom. How did I miss that? Oh well. We were not getting a perfect game on that one anyways, because I took a 2-star salt photo. We'll do Insanity on this one. So I think I'm gonna give the tier 1 dots a try on Point Hope. And we'll try Insanity. This could go very badly. Got a Georgia Dyer. Now this is Insanity, so we start at 75% sanity. So we have to be a little careful. Oh, there's the breaker. I just ran right into it. I think the ghost is already in here. We also don't have a curse possession either on Insanity. So we won't have to look for that. Yeah, it's definitely cold in here. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you Elder Scrolls? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Friend angry. Interesting. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you... Oh, it's you. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Okay, it's probably... That was a box of cereal. I am not used to the sounds. That was a little freaky. Those lilacs look pretty good. I don't see an orb, so probably no mimic. There we go, we can just place it like that. Place the book, check the temps. It's freezing. So that's our one piece of evidence. Alright, now we're in hunting range. Let's see, 75 minus 65, or minus 10 is 65. I'm going to do a bit of a makeshift Onryo test. It's also not a shade because it hunted in the same room as me. How am I going to test for Yuri on this? There's no doors here. No link is airball. I'm really loving these dripping sounds. I'm gonna say no demon, because I feel like it would have hunted earlier. Oh, it's just a Hantu. Yeah, so it was fast in here, but then when it got upstairs, it just slowed right down. How did you turn this on? That's kind of impressive. Turned off the breaker. And then just to confirm it's a Hantu, I'm gonna hang out down here. We could get a little bit of a visual from here, just by squatting up and down. I think I want to remove the crucifix from the room. There we go. Now it should be able to hunt. We can also get a bit of a visual from here, in this hiding spot. Wait, where is it now? I didn't hear it hunt at all. Did it actually change rooms all the way upstairs? I wonder if I can use this as a hiding spot. I'm gonna try it. This could end very badly. But it's for science. I can throw stuff through, so that's a little concerning. Hunting now. Yeah, it's definitely a Hantu. Yeah, I think it was coming right for me in that spot. Well, let's go to the next one. I think next I want to try doing a zero evidence run. And there we go. Alright, so this is the difficulty that I'm going to run. It's just a normal zero evidence run. It's just a 1 second grace period, activity level high, high event frequency, can change rooms all the time, and sanity pills are 20. Breaker starts on by default. We have the monitors, and we have one random cursed item, and we're also going to do this with sunrise weather, because I want to see what that looks like. Because in the dev notes, they mentioned that they overhauled the sunrise. So I'd be interested to see what that looks like. So on to Point Hope we go. Whoa, that's definitely different. That's pretty. This is a much nicer looking sunrise. And I have all hiding spots unlocked, so that way we can use them if needed. And just because we have 0 evidence, it doesn't mean these items are completely useless. In fact, they're still pretty useful for finding the ghost room. So there's a breaker in the wine area. Are you a bathroom ghost? Doesn't look like it. It also does seem like there is a 2-degree randomness to this thermometer. Oh, I found the ghost. Yep. And it's not an Oni. And probably no shade. There's the bone as well. So we're never going to get freezing. Also, here's the music box. Now, because this is 0 evidence, we're going to be doing a lot of tests. Going to try ruling out every single ghost. Going to bring in Assault for Wraith. I'll just bring in 1. And then we can immediately test for Onryo. I keep forgetting we can bring in a lighter on top of our 3 items. Also, I want to see the sunrise at the top of the lighthouse. Because that looks amazing. At least from the bottom. Alright, now we're testing for Onryo. It is still here. Another airball. Run away. Oh yeah, I wanted to check this one out. What is this supposed to be? I have all hiding spots unlocked. But there's supposed to be something in there. Are we gonna get like a key or something? Wow, that's awesome. Alright, I blew out that lantern. Okay, it sounds like the ghost blew out another firelight. So that's 2 blowouts. Got some sausage here. Oh, we can turn this on. But it's only the one in the living room. Wonder why we're not able to light the one upstairs. Did it just try to hunt? I think it just tried hunting. Yeah, I'm in hunting range, so no Dio, definitely no shade. Guess I bring in another one of these. I'm gonna get up to 70 sanity. Because I haven't really done much of my tests yet. Yeah, it used a crucifix. Also, it's not a wraith. Wonder if the hand is actually moving. Oh. Yes. I love that interaction. I think the hand is moving. Because, like, I'm seeing the pixels shift, and my mouse is off, my hand is off the mouse. It's just very slow. That's cool. Really love the attention to detail here. You're not an Oni. I get it. Not a mare, because it turned on that light. It's not a wraith. It's not an Onryo, not a shade. I am going to check my sanity right now. Hopefully I have time. Of course. Of course the ghost would do that to me. I wanted to check my sanity. But we'll see what behavior the ghost has. I just missed it. I was actually just at low sanity. Are you a djinn? I should also check for mimic. Because there's no way my sanity should be this low. Okay, hunting now. I think there was a bit of a speed up. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it's a djinn, because... Hi. Because one, the breaker is still on, and two, I noticed that my sanity was just absolutely destroyed. And then three, there was that speed up there. Yeah, it definitely got faster. It's actually over already. These hunts feel so short. Oh well. Alright, now... next one is not going to be as forgiving. I'm going to do my 0 sanity, 0 evidence multiplier. Yeah, it was a Jinn.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Abilities used 3 times. That's how our sanity was destroyed. Alright, now we're going to do the 10.02 0 evidence run. It's basically a 0 sanity, 0 evidence run, no hiding spots at all, but you do have a breaker. So let's see how well this goes. I normally use that difficulty on Ridgeview,
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the instrument.
but we'll see how well it works here. I'm definitely going to be bringing in items from the truck, so that way I have everything I need here. Alright, I think I have everything I need now. Gonna go in with our items here. So again, we have no hiding spots enabled. And we're at 0 sanity. So this could go very wrong. We'll see. Okay, I don't hear anything. It's also not a Jinn because it turned off the breaker. Still hearing nothing. Must be all the way at the top. Okay, I found it. It's way at the top there. I don't know what I did with my crucifix. It's still in the bathroom here. Oh, there's the breaker. I don't exactly hear it. I'm gonna say no Dio, no Jinn, and none of those stalkers. Is it a Rev? I think it's a Rev. Seems really slow. Yeah, this is a Rev. Yep. That's a Rev. Okay, I got some easy objectives at least. We'll place the salt down there. I'm gonna try luring the Revenant down the stairs. And then we'll get our salt pictures. Alright, we'll get our smudges. I think it's coming down the stairs. Okay. That should do it. There we go, it walked an assault. All 3 stars. Got a Revenant. That should be a perfect game. And there we go. Got a perfect game on Point Hope.
Ready for you.
10 times reward multiplier. And that was overall a pretty simple game because it was a Revenant. Alright, that is all that I have for you for today. Next time I'm going to do an Apocalypse 3 perfect game on Point Hope, and I will tell you, it was not easy, but it's still doable. So hope you all enjoyed, and until then, I will see you next time.